Hello, dear. Welcome back to Timeless Wisdom. Have you ever found yourself alone in a quiet room, taking a look around and realizing there's nobody else but you? There's nobody to cook for, chat with, or ask about your day. Initially, this solitude might seem peaceful, no noise, no chaos. However, as time passes, the silence may start to feel overwhelming, as if something important is missing. If this resonates with you, please remember, you are not alone. Even in the quietest moments, your existence and your life have immense value. As we age, life brings many unexpected changes. Friends relocate, loved ones pass away, and children become absorbed in their own lives. Suddenly, a home that once buzzed with activity now seems overly spacious, eerily quiet, and empty. Here's a truth seldom discussed. Loneliness is not merely about physical solitude. It's about feeling detached from other people, from meaningful pursuits, and even from ourselves. Today, we'll explore how solitude does not necessarily have to lead to loneliness. In fact, this chapter of your life, this period of introspection, could potentially be one of the most fulfilling and significant yet. However, achieving this requires deliberate effort, compassion, and starting with a few simple adjustments. One seemingly minor change that can have a profound impact is creating a structured daily routine. When you live alone, there's no one to dictate your schedule, no school runs, no work meetings, no preset appointments, unless you organize them yourself. Initially, this freedom is liberating. But too much unstructured time can quickly become a pitfall. Days might start to blend into one another, motivation may dwindle, and you might forget the last time you cooked a proper meal or went outside. Establishing a daily routine is essential. It need not be rigid, but should provide enough structure to bring purpose to your day. Consider waking up at the same time each morning, making your bed, and perhaps starting a morning routine. Even something as simple as enjoying a cup of tea by the window or taking a brief stroll in your garden. Plan small activities throughout your day to give it structure and meaning, as this can significantly uplift your spirits during quieter times. Now, let's talk about your space. When you live alone, your home can either comfort you or drain you, and you might not even realize how much it's affecting your mood. Clutter piles up, old furniture gathers dust, rooms you once used sit empty. It's easy to stop caring, but your home reflects how you feel about yourself. So make it a place that supports you. Clean one corner at a time, let in light, bring in colors that make you smile, frame a photo that reminds you of a happy time, play music that stirs your soul. You don't have to do it all at once. Just make one small change each day to reclaim your space. Because when your surroundings feel warm and alive, you will too. And while we're on the subject of surroundings, let's talk about movement. Yes, exercise, but also just moving when no one's watching. It's tempting to stay in your chair. You sit to watch the news, you sit to eat, you sit to think. But your body still craves motion. Movement is more than health. It's energy, it's mood, it's life. Even if it's just stretching in bed before you rise, even if it's walking to the end of your block and back, even if it's putting on your favorite song and swaying in the kitchen, move your body like it still belongs to you. Because it does. You haven't lost your ability to feel strong. You may just need to remind your muscles. And now, let's move into something even more powerful, connecting with others intentionally. When you're on your own, it's easy to think no one notices, that people are too busy, that you're forgotten. But connection isn't about waiting for someone to knock. It's about reaching out even when it feels awkward or uncomfortable. Call that friend you haven't spoken to in a while, say hello to the cashier at the store, and mean it. Join a group online or at your local centre, write a letter, even if it's just to say, "I'm thinking of you." People are out there. They want connection too. But someone has to go first. Let it be you. Your voice is still needed. Your presence still matters. and there are people who would feel blessed to hear from you. If that idea feels scary, start small. A smile, a greeting, an invitation for tea. You're not too old to make new friends. You're not too late to rekindle old ones. And if no one's called you lately, maybe it's not because they don't care, but because they don't know how much you'd love to hear from them. Tell them. Reach out. Take that first step. It might lead to something beautiful. Sometimes the hardest part of being alone isn't the silence. It's the feeling that you're invisible, like the world is moving on, and you've somehow been left behind. But let me tell you something. You're still here. You're still breathing. And as long as that's true, your story isn't over. One of the most healing things you can do when you're alone is to express yourself, because when no one else is around to hear your thoughts, your own heart needs to. Write in a journal, record your voice on your phone, tell your stories out loud, even if the room is empty. You've lived a life full of memories, lessons, and laughter, and every one of those moments deserves to be remembered. Start by writing one memory a day, not for anyone else, just for you. And maybe someday someone will read it and feel less alone because of what you shared. Your words can live on. Your voice matters. Speaking of voices, have you talked kindly to yourself lately? We all carry an inner voice, and too often when we're by ourselves, that voice turns critical. It reminds us of regrets, of mistakes, of the people we miss, or the things we've lost. But you have the power to change that inner conversation. It starts with awareness. Catch yourself when you think I'm useless or no one cares, and gently replace it with I'm still here, I still matter, or today I will do something that nourishes me. Your mind listens. Your heart responds. Self-kindness isn't fluff, it's fuel. It gives you strength to stand up and keep going, even on days that feel empty. Another way to bring light into your life is by finding something to care for. It could be a plant, a pet, a garden, even a neighbour who needs a little help. Caring for something outside yourself brings meaning into the quiet. It gives your day a sense of responsibility and joy. Watching a flower bloom because you watered it, hearing a cat purr because you showed up. These little things matter. They're reminders that life still flows through you and around you. When you feel needed, you feel alive, and you are needed, even when no one says it out loud. Let's talk about creativity for a moment. When we're alone, our minds can start looping through the same old worries. One of the most powerful ways to break that cycle is to create something. Paint, knit, bake, write poetry. Make something with your hands, with your time, with your spirit. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. Creative expression is healing. It gives your emotions a place to go. It turns the invisible parts of you into something real. And when you look at what you've made, you'll remember there's still beauty inside you, still magic, still life. Now, one thing that often gets ignored when we're on our own is laughter. We stop laughing. We tell ourselves there's nothing funny about being alone. But even in the quiet, you can find joy. Watch a silly movie, read a comic strip, call a friend who always makes you laugh. Laughter doesn't solve everything, but it softens everything. It lightens the load, even just for a moment. And those moments add up. They give you energy. They make your heart feel lighter. You deserve to laugh, even if no one else is in the room. You deserve moments of lightness, even if your days feel heavy. You've been through a lot. You've earned that joy. So let it in. Let it live here with you, and let it remind you that this season, no matter how quiet, still holds room for happiness. There's something deeply powerful about realizing that being alone doesn't mean you've been left behind. Sometimes it's an invitation to come home to yourself, to reconnect with your own thoughts, your own values, your own rhythm. But it also means learning how to comfort yourself in moments of sadness, because yes, there will be those moments. Grief can sneak in unexpectedly. You'll hear a song, smell a dish, see a photo, and it hits you. That person is gone, that chapter is closed, and you're still here, and it hurts. Let yourself feel it. Don't push it away. Don't tell yourself to be strong and silent. You've earned the right to cry. You've earned the right to miss them, to miss what was. But then, when the tears slow down, do something small to remind yourself you're still living. Take a walk, light a candle, say their name with love, not pain. Turn their memory into something that warms you, not something that freezes you. Grief is a visitor. It may never leave completely, but it doesn't get to be the only thing in the room. Let joy have a seat too. Let peace sit beside you. Let hope come in, even if just for a while. And one of the best ways to invite hope is to give. That's right, even now, even on your own. You have so much to give. Volunteer at the library, offer to read to children, cook a meal for a neighbour who's struggling. The act of giving fills the cracks loneliness leaves behind. It reminds you of your value. It proves you still have a role to play, because you do. The world still needs your compassion, your patience, your lived wisdom. Don't hide it. Don't tell yourself you're too old, too tired, too far removed. You still have purpose. You still have gifts to offer. And there are people out there who would be grateful to receive them. Don't be afraid to ask for help either. You've been strong your whole life, but strength isn't just standing alone. It's also knowing when you need a hand. If you're struggling emotionally, physically, financially, reach out. Call your doctor, talk to your pastor, let your family or your community know. People can't support you if they don't know you're hurting, and there is no shame in needing others. We all do. Being open about your needs is not a weakness, it's wisdom, and it allows you to heal, to rest, to begin again. And maybe most importantly, when you're alone, never stop dreaming. You still have time, you still have choices. There's still more for you to see, to do, to feel. Maybe it's taking a trip, even a small one. Maybe it's learning to paint or speak a new language or join a choir. Dreams don't belong to the young. They belong to the living, and you are still very much alive. So close your eyes, picture something new, and take one step, just one, toward it. You might surprise yourself. You've made it here with me, and that means something. It means you care about yourself. It means you haven't given up. It means you're still willing to grow, even in the quietest moments of life, and that's powerful. Being alone isn't always a choice. Sometimes life simply shifts. Sometimes people leave. Sometimes you wake up and realize that the world around you has changed more than you thought it would. But here's what hasn't changed: your ability to choose how you show up each day. Your ability to decide how you'll care for yourself, how you'll think, how you'll love, how you'll live. Yes, even now, even after everything. So as we come to the end of this conversation, I want to leave you with something simple but strong. You are not just filling time. You are still creating a life, one day at a time, one breath at a time, one small act of courage at a time. Loneliness may visit, but it doesn't have to move in, because your heart still beats with purpose. Your hands can still create beauty. Your voice still has meaning. You can choose to wake up each day and ask, what can I do today to feel alive? And the answers are there, in a walk through your garden, in a conversation with someone who cares, in a cup of tea sipped slowly with a window open to the breeze, in a song, a prayer, a moment of laughter. This is not the end of your story. It's a softer chapter, yes, but one with its own kind of magic, one with more space for reflection, for peace, for rediscovery. So give yourself that gift. Choose to live these days fully, not just pass through them. If this video resonated with you or brought you comfort, I would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment to share your thoughts or tell us about one small thing you plan to do for yourself this week. If this message struck a chord, please like this video. Your likes help more people discover our community's warmth and support. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Timeless Wisdom. We're here every week, offering genuine, inspiring discussions for those of us navigating this phase of life with determination and spirit. Remember, you are not alone. We are in this together. Here's to finding peace, gathering strength, and embracing the life you have.